Texans love to brag that everything's bigger here: the trucks, the houses, the backyard grills big enough to roast a dinosaur. The folks here walk like they've got life whipped, waving that "don't mess with Texas" energy like a badge of honor. Drive through any suburb, and it's all lifted pickups, shiny credit card chrome, and folks posting sunset selfies like they just hit the jackpot. But here's the plot twist, partner. While everyone's flexing that Lone Star swagger, Texas quietly sits at the top of the chart for financial distress in the entire country. Yup, number 1, more broke than California, more stressed than New York. Where the money at? Cowboys. So how can a state that preaches freedom, hustle, and big dreams be riding straight into a financial ditch? The silence is thick. You won't hear this around the cookout or Sunday service, because no one wants to admit that the big money image might be built on borrowed cash and monthly minimums. The bigger the hat, the emptier the wallet. That's the contradiction we're about to light up. Because somewhere between pride and paycheck, the Lone Star glow turned into a neon debt trap. Here's what's coming your way. In the next few minutes, we re-tearing into the real reason Texans feel rich, while the bank accounts keep gasping for air. We'll see how culture, ego, and credit cards teamed up to build the great Texas illusion, how payday loans pop up like weeds, and why folks keep swiping to prove they're winning. You'll meet the everyday hustlers who think they're free, but can't sleep because the bills won't shut up. It's not just numbers, it's psychology, status, and straight-up American conditioning. By the end, you'll see how the Texas dream quietly turned into a financial hangover and what headlines take to get the freedom everyone keeps talking about. Buckle up, it's about to get uncomfortably real, y'all. Texans love to say everything's bigger here: the trucks, the bass in their speakers, the brag in their voices. Step off any highway in Dallas, and you see folks acting like they've got life on layaway with God himself, lifted pickups, iced teas the size of small ponds, brand new houses shining in the sun. That "don't mess with Texas" attitude hums through every conversation. But there's one thing bigger than all that swagger: the debt. Yeah, the same people chest-thumping about freedom are quietly maxed out. Texas ranks number 1 in financial distress in the entire country. Number 1. That's not a trophy you want to hang over the fireplace. While everyone's flexing the big money image, their credit scores are crying for mercy. So, how did a state built on grit, oil, and good old independence end up in the red deeper than a barbecue pit? Nobody likes to talk about it because the myth feels too good. Winning is addictive. You see folks smiling on payday, then drowning by Friday. It's not failure that's killing people. It's pretending they're still winning when they're not. Everything looks perfect till that card gets declined at the gas pump. Then you realize the whole thing, the trucks, the lawns, the image, it's all running on borrowed cash, that gap between confidence and reality. That's the story, and it's not just about money. It's about pride, conditioning, and how the American dream sometimes comes with a killer interest rate. Alright, so here's what we're digging into. This isn't just some Texans are bad with money roast, nah. What's happening in Texas is basically the loudest version of what's happening all over America. We're gonna unpack how a culture that worships hard work, hustle, and make it on your own ends up trapped in a system that punishes exactly those instincts. You'll see why people here feel rich. New cars, big houses, steady jobs, even though the math says they're bleeding out. We break down the psychology behind it, why folks judge success by what they can show, not what they actually own. We look at how easy credit and friendly lending made it possible to fake wealth for a decade straight. We'll talk about the mindset that says, if I look well off, I am well off, and how that pride turned into quicksand. You hear some wild stats, like entire counties where people owe more on trucks than they make in a year. And we'll pull back the curtain on how this illusion started. By the end, you'll see something deeper than just bad spending habits. You'll see a culture engineered to look unstoppable while quietly living paycheck to paycheck. This is about perception, pride, and how comfort became a trap disguised as confidence. Trust me, once you see the pattern, you'll start spotting it everywhere, from the suburbs to your own spending app. To understand how Texans ended up here, you gotta understand the story they tell themselves, and honestly, it's a damn good one. Texas pride isn't just a slogan, it's near religion. The whole culture was built on being tough, independent, self-made. You didn't need anybody, The land was yours, the sky was yours. Success came from sweat and spine. And that mindset worked for generations when make it yourself really meant something. Then the flex changed. Oil booms turned into credit booms. Owning land turned into financing square footage. Independence got swapped for installment plans. The cowboy spirit never died, it just got monetized. So that old school confidence that we win big or go home energy, it stuck even when the economy changed underneath it. People weren't chasing stability. They were chasing an image of success that looked exactly like freedom used to feel. Drive through the suburbs today, and that pride's everywhere. The giant flag waving outside a 5-bedroom house, the lifted truck parked on financed grass, the new outdoor kitchen bought on a no-interest plan. The whole vibe screams, we're killing it, and maybe they are, socially. But when everything's on credit, you're not free. You're just renting the dream till the statement hits. That's the core paradox of the Texas story. The values that once made folks free are now the chains that keep them stuck. Now let's rip off the numbers, because feelings lie but spreadsheets don't. Texas households hold massive consumer debt, sky-high mortgages, record auto loans, and revolving credit everywhere you look. The housing boom, fueled by overextended loans. Those shiny new trucks clogging freeways, most are financed for 7 years at nosebleed interest rates. It's not that folks are lazy, far from it. Texans work hard as hell. But they're sprinting on a treadmill built by banks. Picture this, salary goes up a little, lifestyle jumps even higher. New job, new house, promotion, time for the upgraded Silverado. Every win becomes an excuse to buy yourself the next level up. Banks love that mindset because it prints interest payments for years. And the state's loose regs make borrowing stupid easy. Payday lenders, subprime car lots, zero-down developers. It's practically an economy of temptation. The scary part, most people don't even realize they're sinking, cause everybody around them's doing the same thing. Whole neighborhoods where debt's just normal dinner talk. You can tell folks they re-losing, not when their Instagram looks like success on steroids. But the map doesn't lie. County after county, credit scores drop, default rates rise, savings stay microscopic. The Texas miracle, more like a magician's trick, distract with fireworks while the wallet disappears. Here's where psychology kicks in. This everything big culture doesn't just look expensive, it demands expensive. The social currency runs on optics. Got a lifted truck. You're successful. Got old shoes. People assume you're slippin'. That pressure to prove your winning burns deep, especially when the whole state's vibe is competition. You're not trying to outdo neighbors, you're trying to prove identity. Banks and marketers know it. They sell pride like cologne, put Freedom Edition or Lone Star Special on anything, and it flies off the shelf. Financing becomes a badge of belonging. So people keep buying into the story because it feels right emotionally, even while it's murdering their future selves. That's the trap engine, a cycle of emotional reward hitched to financial self-sabotage. And when everyone's doing it, accountability melts. Your buddy got a boat. Cool. Maybe you need one too. Swipe. Your cousin just redid his kitchen. Time to invest in your home. Swipe again. Everybody's doing fine becomes gospel. Till someone loses hours at work or medical bills land, then the whole illusion crashes hard. This isn't stupidity, it's culture wiring. The Texas myth convinces people that visible success equals moral worth. So no one wants to scale down, even temporarily, because in this ecosystem, humility looks like failure. That's how the debt spiral keeps spinning, loud, proud, and broke. Now let's zoom out. Individual choices matter. Sure, but the system here practically begs folks to overspend. Property taxes are brutal, public transport's weak, and wages haven't kept pace with housing. Builders push huge homes cause zoning makes smaller ones unprofitable. Lenders crank out creative loans like it's a sport. Payday shops bloom on every corner, flashing neon easy money signs like they're doing charity. The average person doesn't stand a chance. You get approved instantly, sign a stack of papers you barely read, walk out feeling accomplished, and boom, you've just volunteered for 30 years of stress. It's engineered dependence, dressed up as freedom. Politicians brag about deregulation and personal responsibility, while the same lack of rules lets big lenders drain communities dry. Throw in healthcare costs, underfunded schools, and a culture allergic to admitting vulnerability, and you've basically built a debt machine. People think debt means poor budgeting. Really, it's often just surviving within a rigged structure. Everyone is told to hustle harder. No one is told why the finish line keeps moving. That's not personal failure, it's design, and Texas perfected it. Picture Maria from San Antonio, to kids, steady job, solid work ethic. She finally buys the house she dreamed of. Months later, property taxes jump, gas prices spike, car needs tires. She puts it on credit just till next month. Next month never ends. Or Jamal up in Dallas. Got a raise, treats himself to the new truck because, hey, he earned it. Then hours get cut. He keeps making payments anyway, because letting the truck go feels like admitting defeat. Multiply those stories by millions. It hurts because it's not about greed, it's about identity. These folks aren't reckless. They're trying to live the story America sold them, that visible success proves self-worth. The guilt is heavy when that math stops working. You can't post your debt on social media, you just keep smiling till it caves in. The emotional truth: people don't need lectures, they need permission to step off the treadmill. Pride's good, till it turns into armor that keeps help out. Once you realize debt shame is a system feature, not a personal glitch, it hits different. The enemy was never laziness, it was the pressure to look like you're thriving before you actually are. Here's the pivot: real strength isn't about looking rich. It's about owning calm. Notice how hard that is in a culture wired for flexing. But you can break the pattern. First step: redefine winning. It's not about square footage or horsepower, it's about breathing room. If your paycheck vanishes the same day it lands, that's not freedom. That's captivity with good branding. Start measuring pride by stability. Cookouts taste better when they're debt-free. The bravest Texans in the coming decade won't be the ones flaunting new toys, they lines be the ones quietly stacking savings, saying no to lifestyle bait. That shift flips the script from big is better to enough is power. At a community level, supporting local credit unions, pushing for financial literacy programs, and calling out predatory lending aren't boring civics. They're modern acts of rebellion. Texas doesn't need less pride, it needs pride that's rooted in sustainability. You don't lose swagger by getting smart, you make swagger recession-proof. The empire of image collapses the moment humility becomes cool again. And judging by how fast people are waking up nationwide, that reckoning's closer than we think. Texas isn't the villain, it's just the loudest mirror. The same pride that built its legend is cracking all across America. From Florida's suburbs to Arizona's boomtowns, folks are chasing the same mirage, the look of prosperity built on invisible debt. Texas just turned the volume all the way up. Here's the kicker: once you recognize the illusion, you can't unsee it. Suddenly every ad, every easy financing deal, every brag post feels like bait. And that's power. Awareness is the first real currency. The next move: choose authenticity over appearance. The country doesn't need another viral haul video. It needs examples of people living within means and liking it. Because at the end of the day, freedom isn't a new truck or a McMansion view. It's the quiet confidence that nobody owns you. Not the bank, not the boss, not the algorithm trying to sell you another limited time lifestyle. Texans always said they don't like being told what to do. Maybe it's time to apply that to debt, too. Next stop, we're heading into the Sunbelt Mirage how states built on endless optimism turned it into economic anxiety. But for now, tip your hat to reality. Being broken style isn't victory, it's camouflage. And the first step out of it is simple: admit the game's rigged, then play smarter. Because the American dream doesn't break, it just evolves. So here we are, y'all, at 25 minutes later, a little less dazzled, a lot more tuned in. If this story hits you in the gut, that's good news. It means the spell is cracking. The goal was never to drag Texans or anybody chasing dreams. It was to show how fast pride can turn into pressure when it's measured in square footage and car notes. Once you see that, you can start rewriting the story. Maybe the win isn't about bigger anymore. Maybe it's about breathing room, quiet mornings where your bank account's not screaming, where you own your stuff instead of the other way around. That kind of peace doesn't need flexing, it speaks for itself. Imagine a version of Texas where bragging rights come from balance sheets that asterisk actually balance. Asterisk where living large means generosity, not just granite countertops. If that vision sounds soft, trust me, it's strong as steel. Because it takes guts to say no when the whole culture's ailing more. It takes real independence to step off the hamster wheel, look the system dead in the eye, and say, "Nah, I'm good." That's the modern cowboy move right there. So, tip your hat, take a breath, and start swapping noise for clarity. There's nothing un-Texan about wanting stability. It's just freedom with better math. And for everyone else watching from outside the Lone Star State, keep your eyes open. This isn't just their story, it's ours. The landscape changes, but the trap looks the same from coast to coast. Stay grounded, stay bold, and remember, true wealth doesn't shine under spotlights. It grows quietly where truth finally outshines ego.
Subscribe to my channel.